And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Forbidden Super, who asked the question, who would win a fight? Let me reason that a little better. Natsu Dragneel versus last name Sawada. Natsu from Fairy Tail, and it's full name Tsunayoshi. Sawada from why am I having trouble saying this name? Hitman Reborn. Keiichiro? Or Teiko? It's Kateko? That's it. Kateko Hitman Reborn series. I've done Natsu a few times. I've also had Tsunayoshi on a few times. Natsu is a member of the Fairy Tail Guild, specializes in Dragon Slayer magic, specifically fire. Natsu is actually not human. He's if I remember correctly for his backstory, he's actually a reincarnation or a clone of a demon, if I'm not mistaken. He's the younger brother of Zareth Dragneel, having originally died 400 years ago. Yeah, his backstory is weird. Very weird. Besides that, though, Natsu is obviously the main character of the series, more or less, so he's actually very skilled overall. He's a master in hand-to-hand combat, but he's actually got high immense durability, immense magical power, immense endurance, speed, reflexes, strength, sight. He's got good instincts as well. Obviously, though, his trademark ability is to use fire magic, which allows him to do multiple different types of fire-type attacks, actually consume fire and refuel his own mana reserves, and he can basically eat it just for sustenance. His attacks include Fire Dragon's Roar, Fire Dragon's Claw, Fire Dragon's Iron Fist, Dragon Wings attack, Sword. They're all Fire Dragons. So Fire Dragon's Roar, Claw, Iron Fist, Wing Attack, Sword Horn, Brilliant Flame, Flame Elbow, Crushing Fang, Grip Strike, Roasting Bath, Dragon Slayer's Secret Art, Crimson Lotus, Fire Dragon's Fist, Exploding Flame Blade, Hidden Art, Crimson Lotus Phoenix Blade, Purgatory Dragon's Fire, Dragon's God's Brilliant Flame, Planetary Flame's Exploding Blade. Enhanced version of some of these are just different variations of the same attack. For instance, Iron Fist is just him putting his fists in flames. And some of these are very self-explanatory. Wings, giant, fire-esque wings. Sword Horn is basically a fire headbutt, which I'm amazed that was never really named an attack, though I suppose Flame Charge, something like that, could count as it as well. I'm talking about like in Pokemon. Flame Elbow, that's just a flaming elbow. Crushing Fang, swipes his target like claw-like fashion. Grip Strike, nothing like that's too outrageous, but yeah, and like Roar is just basically a fireball attack. Then you get into his Crimson Lotus, Dragon Slayer Secret Arts. Rapidly punches the target with Heat Lands Blades, basically creating a fiery explosion. Exploding Flame Blade swipes his arm in a circular fashion, creating a powerful, highly destructive torrent of flames that barrages his opponent. Natsu's habitually uses this spell as a finishing move. Hidden Form, Crimson Lotus Phoenix Blade, ignites his entire body with fire, then charges towards the target, sending them into the air with a sharp uppercut. Natsu then, in a similar manner to Fire Dragon's Sword Horn, headbutts the target. So basically, it's a two-strike hit. It can also cause a rather large explosion. Purgatory Dragon Flame ignites his fist in a intense swirling flame and then charges the opponent and punches them. The attack produces a powerful explosion, with the resulting complete attack being strong enough to pierce through the bodies of Godspeed Aldoran, whoever that is, and Wood Dragon God, which simultaneously incinerates the target to ash. Dragon's God Brilliant Flame is an alternate version of this, where he engulfs one hand in the flames of his Fire Dragon Slayer magic, and then the Fire God Slayer magic, which is a completely different thing entirely, but still fire magic. Planetary Flame is an enhanced version of the Exploding Flame Blade, which consumes the core of the Eclipse Celestial Spirit King. After consuming that core, the user that's basically he'd have to consume the core of that to do that. There's also Fire Dragon mode. After eating Laxus's lightning and having the flames of lightning inside his body fused together, he gained the ability to use Fire Dragon Slayer magic enhanced with lightning. When in a state of anger, he's able to summon forth this power. It leaves him exhausted. After unlocking Second Origin, he experiences a noticeably less amount of strain, though still some. So now we can use lightning in combination with all this. So basically, now you just get the same attacks, named slightly different, with lightning enhancing the fire. That's kind of nuts, but they're both plasma, so it actually makes sense. There's also Black Fire Dragon mode. After absorbing the flames of Dark Irregulus, I don't know what that is, Natsu is capable of combining these flames with his own destructive effects. However, the consumption of dark flames render him temporarily immobile. He soon recovered and became able to use the dragon mode at will. Exploding flame blade of darkness, basically a different version of the other flames, just with dark fire. Darkness Phoenix blade, an alternate version, gathers flames around him. Then there's Fire Dragon King mode. After 10 months of training to storm and manipulate Igneal's remaining power bequeathed to him, Natsu is capable of using the power of the Fire Dragon King. According to Natsu himself, this mode was believed to be strong enough to defeat Zeref. However, his full potential depends on the remnants of Igneal's power, which, upon activation, could not be recovered and used again. Even with the absence of Igneal's power, he can still utilize the mode using his own power as a substitute, though it's nowhere near as powerful. Again, King's Fist, King's Roar, Purgatory, and Brilliant Flame. So basically, again, these are just up versions of similar techniques in just different forms. There is also Dragon Force. By consuming Ethereon, or the Flame of Rebuke, Natsu is shown to be able to enter Dragon Force. Get Dragon Force like... God, anyone remember that? The ability is said to be the final most powerful state of a Dragon Slayer can attain. It has been said that their power becomes comparable to that of real dragons. Natsu is the first known first-generation Dragon Slayer to enter Dragon Force without consuming external forces. His Dragon Force is also strong enough to be able to burn off Zeref's Ekahershim black magic that has been used to restrain him. By attaining Dragon Force, the flames of the Fire Dragon God, Natsu's appearance altered to feature same claws that possessed when using his END power. While this is active, he is able to attack Godseed Adorn and this Fire Dragon Slayer magic that is strong enough to be mistaken for an actual dragon's flames. And also, Curse Power, referred to as END or End. Natsu, as the Aetherius, is able to, I'm probably mispronouncing that, is able to access demonic powers after the mass of magic in his chest was enlarged by Brandish Command T. Did he lose this power? I'm just wondering if he lost it. Dragneel is activated, however, he still remains an ability to think and function properly at his own will. No, he still has this, as far as I can tell. He used to have other magic abilities, but he doesn't have them anymore. Natsu's, there's Fairy Tail's got a lot of really powerful characters. Natsu's one of them. Tsunayoshi Sawada is basically the protagonist of the series. I'm trying to get it right. A series Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Sorry, for some reason that pronunciation is really screwing with me. Hey, and his birthday's coming up soon. It has to do basically with the mafia and what's the best way to put it? Dying, like flames and stuff. It's weird. I don't know what this series is really about. At some point, I'll have to give it a watch. Most importantly, though, his abilities seem to also revolve around fire, which is probably why they're put together. The difference is that his abilities come basically in the form of modes. One's known as Dying Will mode, Hyper Dying Will mode, Minus State, and on the Ultimate Dying Will mode. Dying Will mode is activated when he is shot by Reborn's Dying Will bullet or has consumed a Dying Will pill. He uses the pressure he faces during a crisis to externally remove to his body's limiters. He then uses his increased strength and renewed confidence to fulfill his Dying Will, which is the last thought he regretted before being shot. Hyper Dying Will mode is activated when she is shot by Reborn's criticism shot. So, anyway, these forms all are different forms, super forms. Techniques include 0 Point Breakthrough, First Edition. Technique created by Vongala Primo and later used by Vongala Nolo. It requires Suna to be in the minus state to create ice, which is highly negative compressed energy that the seal Dying Will flames away and can only be melted by Dying Will flames. 0 Point Breakthrough revised. Suna's own version of the 0 Point Breakthrough, basically. Is not only absorbs the energy of flames, but converts the flames into his own power. X-Burner, a powerful flash of Dying Will flames from the X-Glove that he has. It's a fire blast. XX Burner, an upgraded version. Condensed X Burner uses this after gaining the Oath Flame to limit the damage X Burner to a smaller area while keeping its usual destructive power. Basically, it's condensing an attack down. Suna uses the Earth Flame's gravity manipulation to focus the technique onto his target. Extreme dives down to his enemy with rapidly begins to circle them from the bottom of the flames, lagging behind him, completely covering the spiral flames. Hyper Extreme, an upgraded version. Big Bang Axis concentrates flames with his fist using we've got Mitena de Varagola Primo to deliver a powerful punch. X Cannon, if you're getting new Cambio for a version Volgala gear, why? Suna can shoot 2 powerful blasts of X-shape energy, fire enhanced, and he can do fire enhanced punches as well. So he also does have a bunch of equipment that comes with this, but the thing is, I don't really think it's going to be. He's got contacts that act as a targeting system. His gloves basically work for aiding him with his actual fighting. He has a ring that he usually wears, but he wears it behind his right glove. He's fighting in the future. It can also not be bring out. It sounds like it's some sort of limiter. Point being, all this is well and good. The immediate problem here is that this kid is depicted as not being athletic, not being he's being kind of, he's wimpy in some regards. Not like necessarily personality-wise, but he's not an athletic character is the problem. Is kind of referred to as a loser. He is an ordinary middle school student, best known in his school as no good Suna due to his poor grades, wimpy attitude, bad luck, lack of enthusiasm, facts that Suna freely admits. He often doubts himself quite easily. He's generally depicted as somewhat of comedic, his nickname suggests that he's clumsy and subpar with his athletic skills, sometimes tripping and accidentally over nothing. As poor grades and wimpy attitude are probably his classmates, teachers tease him whenever possible. So, yeah, not to say he probably didn't improve, but he was not a natural-born fighter, whereas Natsu 100% is. In fact, he's a master hand-to-hand fighter without even using his actual abilities. So these two meet in a fight, has a breakdown. Natsu's probably going to want to get in close for an actual fight using his own firepower. They will probably, collide with their fists for a bit, but Natsu's going to have the immediate advantage in hand-to-hand combat just because that's what he's good at doing. And the ultimate problem here is that they're shooting fire at each other. It might go back and forth for a little bit, but the problem here for Suna is, Natsu can't eat his own fire. That's like eating your own spit, essentially, or something like that. I think I can't remember exactly how he described it. But any other fire, he can just consume without any problem. And that includes Suna. So he's just going to eat anything that Suna throws at him. And ultimately, that fight is going to end with Natsu's fist right in his face. Just, like that. So, as much as it would probably be a fun little brawl, Natsu completely outclasses this guy in this guy might ultimately be smarter than Natsu, and Natsu's actually not dumb. I think sometimes the characters like Natsu get a little typecasted, but as far as I know, he's not dumb. He's not stupid. It's just that he's more of the punch first, ask questions later guy. So, unfortunately for anyone who's rooting for Suna, I gotta go Natsu on this 100%. It's just his skills are completely tailored to go against other fire users and go against them effectively. But look, I fully admit I don't know everything about this series. Suna, so I'm gonna try to see if I can say the name one more time. Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Yeah, I don't know. I've never watched this series, so for all I know, we might be seeing some serious shit go on in this series. But from everything I'm seeing, given the information I have available, they're doing some powerful stuff. But comparatively, the fairy tale characters are kind of on some next level stuff comparatively. So I gotta go Natsu. Who do you got, though? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know the review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superior Magic, what if, anything you can do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.